Joshua chapter 15. The lot for the tribe of the people of Judah, according to their families, reached southward to the boundary of Edom, to the wilderness of Zin at the farthest south, and their south boundary ran from the end of the Dead Sea, from the bay that faces southward. It goes out southward of the ascent of Akrabim, passes along the Zin, and goes up south of Kadesh Barnea, along by Hezron, up to Adar, makes a turn to Karka, passes along to Azmon, goes out by the Wadi of Egypt, and comes to its end at the sea. This shall be your south boundary. And the east boundary is the Dead Sea to the mouth of the Jordan. And the boundary on the north side runs from the bay of the sea at the mouth of the Jordan, and the boundary goes up to Beth Hoglah, and passes along north of Beth Araba. And the boundary goes up to the stone of Bohan, Reuben's son. And the boundary goes up to Debir from the valley of Achor, and so northward, turning toward Gilgal, which is opposite the ascent of Adumim, which is on the south side of the valley. And the boundary passes along to the waters of En-Shemesh, and ends at En-Rogel. Then the boundary goes up by the valley of the son of Hinnom at the southern slope of the Jebusites, that is, Jerusalem. And the boundary goes up to the top of the mountain that lies over against the valley of Hinnom, on the west, at the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. Then the boundary extends from the top of the mountain to the spring of the waters of Nephtoah, and from there to the towns of Mount Ephron. Then the boundary bends around to Bala, that is, Kiriath Jearim, and the boundary circles west of Bala to Mount Seir, passes along to the northern slope of Mount Jearim, that is, Chesalon, and goes down to Beth Shemesh, and passes along by Timnah. The boundary goes out to the slope of the hill north of Ekron. Then the boundary bends around to Shikeron, and passes along to Mount Bala, and goes out to Jabneel. Then the boundary comes to an end at the sea, and the west boundary is the Mediterranean with its coast. This is the boundary surrounding the people of Judah according to their families. But to Caleb son of Jephunneh, Joshua gave a portion among the people of Judah according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, Kiriath Arba, that is, Hebron. Arba was the father of Anak. And Caleb drove out from there the three sons of Anak, Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai, the descendants of Anak. From there he went up against the inhabitants of Debir. Now the name of Debir formerly was Kiriath Sepher, and Caleb said, Whoever attacks Kiriath Sepher and takes it, to him I will give my daughter Aksah as wife. Othniel, son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him his daughter Aksah as wife. When she came to him, she urged him to ask her father for a field. As she dismounted from her donkey, Caleb said to her, What do you wish? She said to him, Give me a present, since you have set me in the land of the Negeb. Give me springs of water as well. So Caleb gave her the upper springs and the lower springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the people of Judah according to their families. The towns belonging to the tribe of the people of Judah in the extreme south toward the boundary of Edom were Kabzeel, Eder, Jagur, Kina, Dimona, Adada, Kedesh, Hazor, Itnan, Zip, Telem, Bealot, Hazor Hadatah, Kiriath Hezron, that is Hazor, Amam, Shema, Molada, Hazargada, Heshmon, Beth Pelet, Hazur Shual, Be'er Sheba, Biziotia, Bala, Iim, Ezem, El Tolad, Chesil, Hormah, Ziklag, Madmana, Sansana, Lebaoth, Shilhim, Ain, and Rimmon, in all 29 towns with their villages. And in the lowland, Eshtaol, Zora, Ashna, Zanoah, Enganim, Tapua, Anam, Jarmuth, Adullam, Soko, Azekah, Sharaim, Aditaim, Gederah, Gederotaim, 14 towns with their villages. Zenan, Hadashah, Midgalgad, Dilan, Mizpeh, Jokteel, Lachish, Bozkat, Eglon, Kabon, Lamam, Chitlish, Gederoth, Beth Dagon, Nama, and Makkedah, 16 towns with their villages. Libnah, Ether, Ashan, Iptah, Ashna, Nezib, Keilah, Akzib, and Maresha, 9 towns with their villages. Ekron with its towns and its villages, from Ekron to the sea. All that were near Ashdod with their villages. Ashdod, its towns and its villages. Gaza, its towns and its villages, to the Wadi of Egypt. And the great sea with its coast. And in the hill country, Shamir, Jatir, Soko, Danat, Kiriath Sanah, that is Debir, Anab, Eshtemo, Anim, Goshen, Holon, and Gilo, 11 towns with their villages. Arab, Duma, Eshan, Janib, Beth Tapua, Apekah, Humta, Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, and Zior, 9 towns with their villages. Maon, Carmel, Zip, Juta, Jezreel, Jokdeam, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 towns with their villages. Halhul, Beth Zur, Gedor, Marat, Beth Anot, and El Tikon, 6 towns with their villages. Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jeraim, and Rabbah, 2 towns with their villages. In the wilderness, Beth Araba, Midin, Sekah, Nibshan, the city of Salt, and En-Gedi, 6 towns with their villages. But the people of Judah could not drive out the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, so the Jebusites live with the people of Judah in Jerusalem to this day.